let's talk about the 11 books that I read in February. I started the month off by finishing an audio reread of Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J Maas, and then I moved on to listening to the audiobook of The House of My Mother by Sherry Frankie. Her story is absolutely heartbreaking and a huge reason why I'm so against people using their children for content on the internet. I typically don't rate memoirs because I don't really think it's fair to rate someone's life experience, but I thought this was very well done and it definitely is an important topic. And then I moved on to the first of 2 new 5-star reads for me this month, which as someone who does not give 5 stars out very easily, I loved this book. I Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. This was one of my first Christina Lauren books. I absolutely loved this book. I loved the story. I'm not normally someone who loves a dual timeline, but I thought it was extremely well done. This is 100% a gold standard romance book for me. After Love in Other Words, I was in a little bit of a reading slump, really get into anything, and then I started Whistleblower by Kay Cove. I read it in one day. I gave it 4 stars. I had a lot of fun with this one. I think it's a really unique premise. 100% recommend that you read it. And then I did another audiobook reread. I listened to Play Long by Liz Tom Forty. If you know me, you know I absolutely love that book. And then I listened to Silver Fox. I'm not really going to say much about it. I gave it 1 star. And that's that. After Silver Fox, I needed something to keep my momentum going, so I moved on to the second Paladin book by Kay Cove called Tattletale. I didn't love it quite as much as the first book. I really liked the idea and the premise. I gave it 3 stars. And then I bought Dream Girl Drama by Tessa Bailey in the grocery store and somehow didn't put 2 and 2 together. This is the 3rd book in a series, which meant I had to go back and read the first book, Fangirl Down. This whole series is sports romances, but the first book was a golf romance, which as someone who golfs through high school and college, I don't think I've ever read a golf romance. It was a classic Tessa Bailey romance. If you like her writing, I think that you would like it. And then I moved on to I think my only physical read of the month, which was First in Color by B.K. Borson. I loved this book with my entire heart and soul. This was my second 5-star read of the month that was not a reread. This entire series is going to be based off of Nora Ephron movies, which I love. That if you are a 90s, early 2000s rom-com lover like myself, you're going to love this book. Honestly, can't say enough good things about this. I'm trying to keep this speedy, so go read this right now. And then I moved on to the second book in the Big Shot series because I am trying to work my way towards reading my physical TBR, and I just added this book to my physical TBR. So the second book was The Au Pair Affair. For me, it had one too many cringy phrases in it, but if you are a Tessa Bailey fan, I think you kind of know what you're getting into. It was fun, it was an easy read, but it definitely wasn't my favorite. But now I'm caught up and I will be able to read the physical book that I added to my physical TBR. And then I finished the month out by listening to Deep End by Ali Hazelwood on audio. I've seen lots of people recommend the audiobook and I definitely do recommend it. Definitely read the author's note in the beginning of the book. All of the discourse that I've seen about this book, honestly, to me is kind of unfounded because if you read that, then you would know what you were getting into. I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was fun. It was my second Ali Hazelwood book, and I definitely liked this way more than the other book that I read from her, so I do think I will be trying some of her other books. That's it for February. Definitely not my best reading month ever, but I'm so excited that I found 2 new 5-star reads. And I have some really good feelings about March.